And we are back with another episode of the Watch and Cut channel. So today we're going to do some watch stuff. So let's take a look here at what we got. So this arrived from Serge just a few days ago, and I thought it was a really cool watch. And I started out with the Model 1, and this is it right here. And this is more of a kind of like a steampunk design, and he made it where you can take this bezel off and had it modified. He also gave it this kind of stonewash finish all over these links, which are actual little flat heads, which is pretty cool. So no little pin and colors to have to deal with. It does come with the screwdriver, and it's just got this nice thick bracelet here. So this was the Model 1. This is the first Serge watch that came out, and it is a screw down case back here. I believe it's 200 meters of water resistance. It is a diver design, if you guys haven't noticed, but with a nice bulky square type shape. Now there are some kind of soft edges, and I really like that because the crown is nicely exposed. So this was kind of a really, I don't know, this was an awesome first attempt at making a watch. So now if you guys don't know, Serge generally makes knives. And I should have brought some out on the table, actually. I have quite a few of his production stuff. But he kind of ventured out into making watches. And this was kind of one of the earlier knife makers to actually start doing this. I'm seeing other knife makers now do this as well. But yeah, he's having these produced overseas. They're all running a Miyota movement of some sort or some kind. This one had no date, but this one does have a date at 6 o'clock. And this one is more of an even stronger kind of a diver look, and this is the Model 2. This is his follow-up to it. So you did have a date wheel, which was a nice addition. The dial is kind of comparable, but you can see you have larger loom pips on the Model 2. Again, you got this nice exposed milled screw down crown and screw down case back. 200 meter of water resistance, and this one actually also has a loom bezel. Now these are all three of them are running on sapphire crystal. You can see they're domed and raised, kind of like a top hat sapphire is more of what I would describe it as. Kind of the same deal with this guy, but it's a little bit closer to flush, which I think is pretty cool. And so when this came out, this is a bit substantial on the wrist in the way that it looks, of course, with the strap size and everything. It's just a bit heavier as well. So when this came out, the straps didn't work very well for my wrist, so I added some Barton straps to kind of match it up, which I think look awesome. And I've been wearing this watch a lot, and I love it. Then the announcement came out for the Model 3, so I went ahead and jumped on the pre-order and got myself a Model 3. Now, some people can kind of match them up. It would have been cool to have all the blue dials or all the orange dials. But then again, it's kind of cool to have different colors as well, because I like to match it up with my knives, and it's kind of fun to have different colorways. So this one is really dark, larger loom pips again, improvement from the Model 2 and the Model 1. You can just see more and more loom, which is really cool. The one thing on this one, and I seen on some of the other ones, he did it a bit different, but this one, he blacked out the seconds hand, and of course the minute marker and the hours hand. And these are kind of cool because they got the accent of the loom, but the seconds hand is a bit hard to read. It does look cool. It's very uniform. It looks stealthy, but it's not very visible. Now, another thing that I noticed is, these came with Horween straps, which I think is awesome. I brought out the case that this guy did come with, and we'll take a look right here. I should give a big shout out to Dirk because that's who I bought this one from. I can't remember who he got it from, but I think that watch got passed around a little bit, but ended up with me. And then the Model 2 I bought directly from Serge, and this one kind of the same thing. So the package comes with extra bar locks, these Horween straps, which I think are really nicely made. You also get these diver style straps, and these are kind of the same straps you got with this guy right here. And they almost have this rally look. I don't know exactly what you call it, but diver style rubber straps. You get your little card here. This is where you can find out more about Serge and his knives and his watch company. And the case is really nice. It's all nice and plush. You got a little strap here to secure your watch. So I really like the way that he did it. It's all really padded nicely too. So yeah, just a really cool package overall. The case for this one, I believe, was kind of similar. This one was like a wooden box, and I'll do videos on these two at some point in time, as well as I will do a full review on this as well. But for now, I just want to do a quick look. So now the one I ordered, you could get different face plates. I believe you could get a few different G10s. You could get ammo can. And then this is kind of a antique copper that he offered. So I went with that. I thought that would go nice with the green, and I totally think it does. One little different thing about this one, it is 200-meter water resistance, sapphire crystal, all of that stuff. But this one, if you look at the seconds hand, is running on a quartz movement. Now that is where a lot of enthusiasts some people might get a little bit bent out of shape. I don't know, whatever. Or maybe less people might feel like it's necessary to buy this one when you have these other two, for example. However, this one does wear a lot thinner, which is a huge advantage from going with like an automatic movement. You can thin down the case quite a bit. It's got this really nice exaggerated sapphire crystal, and I love it because I'm a huge fan of glass with a lot of distortion, which really kind of shows off just all the loomed pips, or the raised indices. The seconds hand lines up pretty good. I wouldn't say it's spot on, but it's 90% there, which is good enough for me. The one cool thing that Serge did do is he did run a Miyota quartz, and this one does do one pretty cool thing that sometimes you won't find on other ones. Again, to acquire this 200-meter water resistance, it's a screw down crown and case back. But if you look at the seconds hand, sorry, I'm a lefty, guys, and you can see it hacks, which is pretty damn cool. So that's one cool feature. At least if you're going to run a quartz, make your case thinner and also make it hack. Two things that are a check on my list. So I think that's quite cool. I'm glad Serge did that. Running this thick of a band, I think, something tapered would have been pretty cool too. But overall, maybe Serge and some of the other guys who have thicker wrists than myself would disagree. But anyways, that is the first look at the Serge Watchco Model 3. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and we'll catch you guys all on the next one.